All right.
All right, guys.
Yeah. So I was asking you guys about the Chelsea game because I missed it.
I think it would be nice for the Chelsea guys to give an analysis of
Is it really what we're talking about?
of the massacre.
Let's get your feedback for 1 minute.
The truth is that kind of whooping has been coming because the Graham Potter hasn't figured out his team yet. Now we know he does a lot of tweaks in game, before game, whatever. But he's still making some mistakes he's been making in previous games. His starting lineup has been kind of off, and we just paid for it today. That's all that happened. Like I mentioned Cucurella earlier, he has started 3 games in the back 3, and every single game has been terrible. In fact, the previous 2 they took him out at halftime. That's how bad it was. So you see started in back 3 today. Now I understand Koulibaly is injured, but we have Aspi, and Aspi is old, but he's an experienced defender. He plays both right and left. You could have put him in there. Cucurella has been off. I think he's supposed to play in a wing-back position and nowhere else. Now, of course, other things play the parts. The way they started, Brighton, like, they came at us real bad, and we couldn't handle the pressure. So no excuses, really. We've been expecting something, but
3 today, right?
Eventually.
Okay. So hold on. Right? Fine. That's your analysis. You can say whatever. This same coach had a formation last week, got it wrong against Manchester United, fixed it within 30 minutes. Come on, man. That's the guy you hired to replace Toku. And you're telling me that each game it would continue to make such a terrible first game, getting it wrong, then trying to figure out to make, like, come on, man. It's not acceptable. If he wants to keep playing 5-2-3-4-3, he should just play that and stick to his formation. You understand what I'm saying? If he's confident about that formation, he should stick to it.
One of the reasons they hired him is because he doesn't stick to the formation.
Back 3.
No. I have no problem with the back 3. It's not the formation, it's the personnel. That's the issue. The formation is not the issue. It's the personnel. You play Sterling in wing back.
Okay, wait now. When you play formation, right? You play based on the people that can deliver the outcome of what you're looking for. Right? So when you put a team together, it's always without names. Then you say, okay, this person would fit into this role. Or I think Charles would play into the defensive midfield. If you don't have the people, then you play the formation that fits your team. You play to the strength of your team. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I agree with that, but I'm saying, aside from that, you can still play the formation you want to play and put the right people in the positions. The problem is he's not putting the right people in the positions. He's getting formation is fine. Formation is not the issue. It's the people he's putting. Sterling and Pulisic should not be playing wing back positions. Yeah, I understand.
you know that's funny, right? At some point, seeing them playing that, but again, I'm glad that happened. It's none of my.
Exactly. I'm Arsenal fans, so I expect you to be happy with the result. But some of it, you can do the formation tweak and do a different formation, but you still need, regardless of formation you play, you still need to get the best men for the best positions. Cucurella back 3, it's not it. Sterling, Pulisic in wing back, not it. These are the things. Those are the pointers of the game.
Do you feel there is something that the coach saw in Cucurella playing? He did it last week, right? He did it again. Do you think there is something he saw that he's trying to get out that he hasn't figured out yet? And I'll let Ayo win because I think I'm speaking too much.
I don't know and I don't care. But Ayo, go ahead.
Okay.
So I honestly haven't been watching Chelsea games a lot since Potter took over. But just looking at the way the lineup is, right? I think the idea is that Cucurella is able to switch out, right, in possession. And he's acting more as that wing back, and Sterling can join up in attack. But it looks like Brighton didn't give them a chance to get out today, from what I saw from the brief highlights.
You mentioned Sterling. To be honest, I still don't see the justification of Sterling coming over to Chelsea. I don't know if you've seen that, but I'm just like,
I don't.
Yeah, and I don't think it will happen.
Yeah, but anyway, Chelsea doesn't have any pure wingers, right? So they sent Hudson-Odoi out on loan.
Yeah,
and they don't have any pure wingers. So I guess it was just a replacement to get someone of that caliber.
Yep. I think it will happen with time. By the way, the Liverpool game is starting, but I think for the Sterling to happen in time, we just have to.
So are we speaking through this game?
We're watching this game right now, and then talking about Liverpool. What's their issue?
Okay.
So I think Liverpool is trying to adjust to their lack of wingers, because I'm looking at the formation they set up today, right? They have Nunes and Taylor playing together in the middle, right? It's more like a diamond, where Firmino is at the tip of that diamond, and then they have Salah and Nunes playing on top.
Our Liverpool almost scored. But the thing about Liverpool, I think
so quickly, what's your prediction for this game?
Prediction?
I expect Liverpool to win.
Yeah, me too. 3-1.
Okay. 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1. I think the Liverpool, going back to the issue that Ayo mentioned about Liverpool suggest, I think the Liverpool issue, I'm not one to say losing one player affects the whole team, but I think losing Mane did affect the team. Because there's a symbiotic relationship that Robertson, Mane, Trent, Salah had. That was the core or identity of that team. That once you take one person,
them going forward,
who played elsewhere, it didn't matter who played in midfield, it didn't matter who played in front, it didn't matter who played at the back. Those four corner guys, the connection they had, pulling back, dropping forward, no one has replaced Mane to give the same thing. Diaz is trying, but he can give it in attack, but I don't think he can give it in defense as much, and that plays a part to their problem, in my opinion.
So I think the injuries have not helped them either, right? Because I mean, Diaz came in, so the idea was that Diaz would be transitioning in, right? So they brought Diaz in January, but now Diaz is injured. Jota is always in and out, so they don't even have the opportunity to build that balance. And then Robertson, like you mentioned, right? Those wing backs have been key for them for a long time, and then Robertson and Arnold have been struggling with injuries as well. So I think Robertson was out for like the first 5 or 6 games of the season.
Yeah.
And he's just starting to come back.
I mean, it's a valid point, but the truth is, injury helps no team. I mean, you understand? Like, if you have injured players, they affect everybody. So saying that as an excuse, fine, you can say that. But to me, Arsenal has injury issues too. Chelsea have injury issues. So who cares, man? You've won Champions League, you have money. You're always like first or second for the last 3-4 seasons. So
keep in mind,
your problem.
Liverpool hasn't had to do with that much. I don't know what they've done, but their fitness, their first 11 is usually fit. They don't rotate much.
They're not as fit this time.
I think it's maybe just catching up to them is why they're not having to struggle. Oh, Leeds scored.
As expected.
Terrible back pass.
Wait. Somebody scored?
Rodrigo has scored for Leeds.
My stream is a little slow.
Yeah, so
I think I'm just seeing the goal right now. No, it's not even yet.
Pass from Joe Gomez.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Okay, see, this is the kind of sloppiness, right, that you would rarely see Liverpool commit such a blunder, right? Seasons ago, 2-3 seasons ago. But things like this continue to happen and it piles up. And then you see all this kind of sloppiness. It's just
that's a really bad blunder. Wow.
No, to be honest,
so
I'll blame Alisson as well. I'll blame Alisson as well. It wasn't too bad a pass.
No, Alisson came to show for the ball. Alisson came to show for the ball. He
look at the play.
He slipped, but if the pass was right,
he would have saved it. No, the pass came out a little bit, kind of exposed the goal. I get it.
Gomez didn't look for where his position before playing.
I know.
The ball. Gomez
it's wrong. I'm saying
you
was
can't
redeemable.
play blind pass into your box.
You can't play blind pass. I agree completely. But I'm saying the mistake was made. It could have been redeemed. It could have been salvaged.
So you're saying it's a 2-part error.
If Alisson did not slip, Alisson could have saved Gomez, but he slipped.
Yeah,
it's one of those balls that if he didn't slip, how goalkeepers run out and kick the ball, right? He could have done that, but he slipped. So that made it worse.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, we're still going to give more blame to Gomez, though.
No.
The main
man, Gomez is on my blame list. Confirm. I don't like players like that, right? Blind pass, defense, blind pass, no.
Just play that gently.
No. Just clear the ball.
I mean, you have to be aware.
Yeah, just clear the ball. Reset.
Yeah. I mean, this is the kind of mess Gabriel does. Arsenal, Gabriel. This is one of those stupid things that he does.
Is Gabriel not one?
But I tell you, though. What did you say?
Is Gabriel not one of your favorite defenders?
No. Gabriel started messing up last season. Gabriel is a mess. I mean, I'll be honest with you. He's one of the best defender.
That was such a terrible pass. Like, even if Alisson was, I don't know if you just saw the video, but even if Alisson was in the box.
Watching it again, I'm taking all blame away from Alisson.
Even if Alisson was right in front of his goal, he was still in front of him, and I've had to run out.
Alisson could have gone with a sliding and kick out that ball if he didn't slide, if he didn't slip.
There's a lot of could have, should have.
There's so much space.
But what Gomez did was a no-no.
Confirm. I'm not disagreeing with that. He messed up. I think it would just make the game sweeter.
And then another thing is this: have they found a perfect partner for Van Dijk?
Van Dijk.
I don't know.
They've had Gomez. They have Konate. They still rotate all three.
Yeah.
But again, that's their problem. If they can't figure that out, man, they have players. It's not like they don't have players.
No, but I'm asking for your opinion. Who do you think is the best with what you've seen so far?
No, Matip. I think Matip is the better partner. Matip has always been the better peer.
So I'm guessing he's injured right now.
Konate played final Champions League. You remember that game?
Yeah.
He had a stupid clearance, right? That game that he didn't resolve into penalty. I thought it was going to be a penalty, right?
Yeah.
Then that goal from Benzema, right? I think it was ruled out eventually. Can't even remember again. Konate is a bit shaky. You would think with his presence, right, and his physicality.
But it's not shaky as Gomez, though. I think Gomez is actually the bottom of the three.
Yeah, I mean, Gomez comes in when, people like Alexander-Arnold is misbehaving or is injured.
Yeah, but he's
or maybe like a game that is
no. In terms of quality, yeah, I agree. Gomez is the worst of the three.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it comes in for all those people. It's like a spear.
Emergency cover.
Yeah, it's a spear. We have problem. We need to bring in somebody. Then let's bring it. It's just like we have Odin, right?
Well, I think in the past, Gomez has started along with them. Van Dijk in the center. Do you know that?
So this is key for Leeds in attack, right? Aronson. I don't know if you guys noticed. It was the one that put Gomez under pressure on that goal as well.
That's the American guy, right?
Yeah. Endless running.
Endless running. Yeah, that's Leeds' way.
That guy can run.
He's new, right?
Remember
It's new. He used to play for Jesse Marshall at Salzburg, I think.
Gotcha.
So he signed him this summer.
Honestly, whenever Liverpool is losing and they show club space, I'm always like concerned because he always just looks so sad.
Why?
That guy has aged, man. I was looking at him the other day during one press conference.
I don't pity those guys, man. Those guys make a lot of money. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
they do make.
I don't pity them.
You pay for the stress.
I mean, the stress is worth the money. I would take that money and take the stress. What are you talking about?
I take the stress.
I'll take the stress. I'll take the money.
Agreed.
I want that kind of stress.
That was stress I'm praying for me.
But the good thing about that kind of stress is if you get fired, you get paid.
Okay, wait now. See, that's the kind of job you want to be fired on. You don't want to be fired for 100,000, right? You want to be fired for 8 million, 5 million,
15 million, 20 million.
And when you are there, you are there. You see, Mourinho said something, right? It was when Lampard got fired for the first time. I said, now you are a manager. Right? Now you are a manager. Now you can talk. You can call yourself a manager. This job, you have to be fired. And when you fired, you decide when you want to come back because there is job. You just rotate. You just decide where to go next.
Has Pep ever been fired?
Pepe is in a good spot. It's like you working for, Google. And you're like, okay, where else do you want to go, man? Maybe you go to Apple.
True. Tomorrow go to Microsoft.
Right? Is it okay? Wait. Yeah. Where should he go that will take care of the same budget? That guy has, a very good budget every year to spend.
That's a very good point.
He has the best talent.
I'd like to see Pep at a good club. He always goes to these clubs where they have great talent.
Yes, now because I'm sure the way when you're at a certain level, right?
Maybe
certain people shouldn't be reaching out to you for a job. You know what I mean? It's going to be
why PSG hasn't hired Zidane. I feel like that would be a match made in heaven.
What if Zidane? I don't know that story, but what if Zidane doesn't want to go there?
No, I'm hearing that's the story. That doesn't after the old Mbappe, the big contract they gave Mbappe and all those things, he doesn't want to be involved. Giving a player that much power, kind of.
I mean, you brought up Pep. If Pep leaves City, that's probably another landing zone.
Yeah,
that's PSG.
Different league, different team, big team. Yeah.
I mean,
so many places
that
it should definitely fit the caliber of all the teams that he has been working with.
Yeah.
Watch Pep arrive at PSG. Mbappe is fired. You just see they sell Mbappe next summer. Neymar is gone next summer. Pep that doesn't tolerate nonsense. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the Mbappe demands. Well,
that's what I was going to ask. What's the truth about Mbappe's contract? Because there's been a lot said about how much power he has.
Yeah, we've heard so much about it. At this point, it cannot be true, or it cannot be false. It has to be true. The main demands that they said PSG promised him but didn't, fulfill were hiring Zidane, making him a playmaker. There's one more that I don't remember, but the most ridiculous one was selling Neymar.
One that I heard that was a demand from play with a partner. Like he wouldn't.
That was a demand from Mbappe.
Yeah, that they have to sell Neymar. And they tried to sell Neymar in the summer. They actually did.
Oh, miss.
But by the way, cool question. Why is it that Charles is the one showing like the main?
Because my team is
my thumbnail. So that's the bigger. Do you know why?
My team is the main team. My team is the best team.
I don't know. Let me see if I can change I think I can change the video.
No, it doesn't matter. I was just checking. I tried to click on.
Oh, this is nice.
Okay, so we have the three side by side now. Okay.
So all this why you guys are just seeing my face. Not a bad idea.
No, now come on. Why should you own 50% of the screen?
Wait, the main guy.
You didn't win. You lost 3-1, so you don't. You have no reason to own 50% of
the war. That's the mentality.
You understand?
Now talking about.
And you were saying that. Wait, you were still saying that you win the league, right?
Man, my fantasy is pinning me right now.
No. I bet. Let's not talk about fantasy. I'm in trouble this weekend. I cap Alan.
That's my captain. Let's go. I mean, my
fantasy. You cap Salah.
I'm not in fantasy this year, but I'm just glad Salah scored.
I knew Leeds.
That's the story you're going to give us, Charles.
What?
That you're not in fantasy this season.
Oh, I'm not.
I know, right? When you know that you're not winning.
Where I dropped from like 7th to 20 something. The day I didn't, the last triple.
The day you didn't cap Alan.
Yeah. After that, I just give it. There's no point. I mean, this is almost December, and I'm 20 something. I'll be 17th. I mean, I won in the last 2 seasons.
What should somebody like me do?
Yeah, well, we're close to each other right now, dude.
All right, let's not talk about.
Let's discuss Salah, though. Salah.
That's why I won't bet in my life.
Do you think his new contract is affecting him?
No, I think he's just struggling along with the rest of the team. I don't think it has anything to do with his contracts.
Salah's frustrated.
I think this is a good. I think Salah's case is the.
Keep in mind, he's 31 too.
Way.
He's been
to be honest.
At Liverpool.
To be honest, I don't think
26, right?
To be honest, I don't think Salah has any form issue. I don't think that's the issue. I don't think his issue is about form. No. I think it's the same Salah that we know. I think he can score. I think he can deliver. And I think he still got it. And I think in the next 2 seasons, he still got it. I think, and I agree with Tayo, it's the same challenge with the team that is affecting Salah. Okay. And it's a very clear indication that soccer, it's a team game.
Yeah.
Right? It's a team sport, right? Yeah. And you alone, you can be exceptional. People can like you, like KDB. Certain players will always stand out.
Yep.
But that success is still a team success. You can score 1 or 2 goals, individual brilliance, and things like that.
Yeah.
But that might not be enough for a team to win a game. So that partnership that you had enjoyed, that back four, Van Dijk, Robertson, all these guys, it's no longer there. That compact midfield that will pressure and that will win the ball in 2/3, right in the box of the opponent. That is not happening. So there is no chance for this guy to be boom, 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 boom all the time. Because by the time he do boom, 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 he scores 2-3 goals, right? That chance is no longer there. And that is my own point around when somebody asked me about between Pep style and Klopp style. I respect both, but I will always stick with Pep. And you know why? Because what he builds is always flexible and dynamic, and anybody can play that if you're a smart player. What Klopp has built over the years is hard to maintain and sustain, and it's a very difficult style of football. It wears people down, and you need replacement and injury creeping, and you're exposed. That's why I always go with Pep all the time.
But I agree this time.
You don't have to agree. Let me just remind you that I'm number 1 on the table. You are 5 or 6, so you don't need to agree with the champion. But I'm not calling myself champion yet, but let me call myself a leader.
In regards to sustainability of style of play for Liverpool.
Oh my God, this league. Are they playing MLS soccer now? With this way they run.
Leeds.
This Leeds people, man. That guy was just running you without any plan.
In regards to sustainability, Leeds, you can say Leeds have the same issue.
But that was you were going to talk about Bielsa soccer. Bielsa is gone though.
Bielsa is gone, I know, but they still play their form of
They still maintain a lot of it.
They still maintain a lot of the identity of Bielsa.
Yeah, they like to play open football. I think they enjoy it.
And I also think I'm trying to go back to Liverpool. I think the issue is about selling and replacing. I think, like you said, there's some key players you need to meet the identity of Liverpool style of play. But before you sell one, I think you have to be so confident that the replacement is there. And I personally think that's what they didn't do with Mane. I think that's a big deal.
Charles, that point you're raising, I don't think there's anybody on the surface of the earth, living person, right, that can actually guarantee you that there will be a perfect replacement. Even the best coaches, you try. It might work out, it might not work out. I don't think, no matter how good you are as a coach, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but all I'm saying is
I don't think Klopp didn't think about what you're saying. I don't think Klopp never thought about it. I think he thought about it. It just didn't work out in terms of perfect replacement for Mane.
But that's what I'm saying. We're saying the same thing. I'm saying I feel like they sold Mane. They let Mane go too soon. They could have put
what should they have done?
The same effort they put in for Salah to get him to sign in the contract, they should put in for Mane, which was what caused.
But the story we had was that
they had to keep one
contract. It has to be one. Like the contract was for one, and they prioritized Salah over Mane. That was the point. As a manager, you make decisions. Those are hard decisions you make.
Couldn't keep both.
Well,
I mean, you're talking about paying both 400k,
right?
Right.
So they just couldn't keep both.
400k a week now.
Yeah, and I think at that point, Mane was even out mentally. It was like, I'm done, right? It was like, I'm done. I'm just going to go.
I think Klopp mentioned too that he said he wanted a new challenge or something.
Yeah.
But
the guy felt like, it was subservient to Salah anyway.
Yeah.
Because they treated Salah as,
if you're
better.
Would you have kept Salah or Mane?
Thank you. Good question. That's what I'm saying. Managers face tough decisions. Leaders face tough decisions. You have to face it and own it. Yeah. If I were faced with that, the challenge was when I started buying what's it called? Jota, Diaz, and all these people. Maybe I shouldn't have. That's how I would have dealt with it. Because if my eventual goal was to keep Salah and Mane in my team for the next 2-3 seasons, why did I start bringing all these new replacements to understudy and replace them? So to me, I felt like Klopp already had a plan to face out these aging players.
You have to. They're both 31.
Yeah, you have to.
Exactly. I mean, you also have Firmino. You also have Firmino who is 30 something.
Who is 30? Yeah.
And because I don't think any manager will not love Firmino. That's somebody you want to keep on your team. He doesn't complain. He doesn't talk. When he calls him to come and play, he plays and delivers at 100%. When he's on the bench, he smiles. You know what I'm saying? You put Mane on the bench, he doesn't smile. You know that. I mean, people just talk about Mane because Liverpool is in deep problem right now. Mane is a very hard character to manage. You've seen him on the pitch. Mane talks to Klopp. He talks back to Klopp.
Okay.
You guys have seen it before. He gets stopped. He looks at Klopp. He doesn't smile. He's like, what here? So I think it made the decision easier for Klopp.
So you are thinking. No, I'm asking you now. If you were in Klopp's shoes, who would you have kept?
I said I would have kept both. That's my strategy.
No.
I wouldn't have given Salah. No, he brought Jota, he brought Diaz, he brought all these guys. Maybe I wouldn't have gone that direction.
If you could only keep one.
If I could only keep one,
you must keep only
I would have kept Salah.
How about you, Ayo?
Yeah, same. I'd have kept Salah.
Why?
I made the right
I need goals make teams win. Salah score more goals. It's about data. See, how do we make decisions? Data based, right?
Yeah, numbers don't lie.
Decisions are based on data.
Yeah.
Look at all the data points. Who scores more?
Mane makes some key goals, but if you're talking pure numbers,
you don't get 3 points without goals. Yeah. So who scores more? Salah. I keep Salah. I'm not saying that's the best decision, but at that point,
actually, that's what I would have done too. Honestly, that's what and it goes back to the number of goals. That's the summary we thought. And we're on Liverpool, so I'm just going to be going around Liverpool to pick up the points about their team. Trent Alexander-Arnold.
I know people don't like him. He's still one of my best. You can say whatever you want. I don't think there's an all-round player that can be a best defender and at the same time be a best attacker. It gives you his strength. You deal with his weakness. His gaps has always been covered by Van Dijk and Matip. So if that's the problem, they should keep picking it up. Thiago stepped into the midfield. They should do better and cover for this guy. He's a young guy. He's developing. He's growing. He's my best. Don't criticize the guy. Let the guy enjoy his life.
So you think he's the best wing back, but not the best right back?
I won't call him the best winger because Cancelo is on top of my list. I'll put Cancelo before Alexander-Arnold, even though Alexander-Arnold scores more, right? I mean, their Baba is Walker, right? Walker is their Baba. You know, that's my
Walker
best ever.
In my opinion, Walker is not a wing back. Walker is a right back.
Yeah, Walker is a right back.
So when you talk about wing backs, yeah, Cancelo, Trent, you can dribble those two. And honestly,
do you really think? Well, if they run, to be honest, I don't know. Let's say 100-meter race, who would win? Walker, Alexander-Arnold?
Speed, though. It's not just about speed.
It's not about speed. Yeah.
Walker is
it's about position and
who has the better recovery?
Right?
Who has the better recovery?
That's Walker. That's what you're missing the point.
So that's what I was saying. Walker is defensively minded. That's
a right back.
He's more defensively minded.
He's not a right back.
So what category are you putting Alexander-Arnold?
How often do you see Walker at the byline of the opponent?
Wait,
that's the question.
What category are you putting Alexander-Arnold?
Right back.
What category are you putting Alexander-Arnold?
Wing back.
He's a wing back. So it's the same building. Like you have them in the same position, but they play the position in different ways. It's like comparing Rodri to Tyler Adams, right? Or Rodri with Xhaka. It's the same role, but they play it in a different way.
In
right?
a different way.
The
formation matters. The structure of the team matters.
Versus a pivot or a six.
So if you're going to play a back four, the person who plays on the right of the back four is your right back. Now, what he does, the way he attacks, can eventually promote him to become a wing back. But we're playing a back three, meaning midfield five, the two wing backs drop back to make a back five. That's where the wing backs come in, which is what Reece plays for Chelsea, which is what Trent plays for Liverpool most times. But the problem with Trent is most times when he plays it, he plays starting from a right back to become a wing back. He plays in a back four and still plays a wing back role, which is what makes it difficult for him to come back and defend. So it goes back to the statement, which is a better right back? Walker is among the three of them.
Better right back now, better wing back.
Wing back is Trent. Trent is better than Walker.
Okay. Yeah. Trent is better than Walker. Walker is a better right back. But again, I hear you guys. My point is the same, like I said, is the same rule. That is the manager's preference, the style of play for the manager. The manager can decide to play that way. I don't care. That's your headache. You decide to counter me. You decide to add more to your attack by playing your guy as a wing back. Who cares,
I have
man?
a question for
you. They both play 4 defenders. Man City played 4 defenders. Liverpool play 4 defenders. That's your choice. But when you guys begin to trick it as if you're creating a different rule out of a rule, that's where I start smiling. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's the same back four.
Tactics.
It's the same back four. Exactly. It's tactical.
Right?
I have a question for you, Biodo. For England. Who's your pick for the World Cup?
Number one, you need to put me in that managerial seat. You need to fire Southgate.
First of all, remove Southgate.
First of all, fire Southgate, put me there, then I can talk. I can't be teaching that guy what to do. I don't know.
Southgate probably won't watch.
Yeah, their case should be like a prime minister case. They should be firing and firing.
What you would do if you were in Southgate's shoes?
What I would do?
Who would play your right back?
Guy, I would have won like 2 championships now. They have talent that they might not surface in the next 10 years.
That's the question.
They are just wasted. How would I do that?
Who play
Because
right
I know
back?
the player,
Especially in that right back position.
by selection. Like,
play
are
right
you
back
asking
for
for my first 11 or what? What
You
is the
have
point?
Reece James,
I'm
you
asking for
have
your
Kyle
right back.
Walker, you have Trent.
Reece James,
The
Walker,
thing
Trent.
is,
Thank you.
the thing is, you want to hear my honest opinion?
Yes, of
I will
course. That's why
have.
we're here.
Oh my God, that's a tough one. That three, I cannot bench any of the three. I cannot bench any of the three.
You play all three.
I have to play. No, I cannot bench them. They will be on my team. The point is, injury will determine who I bench. But to start with, if
They are
I'm
all
playing,
fit.
see, the challenge is I cannot play Alexander Arnold. They are not fit. I cannot, and I'll tell you why. This is not Liverpool team. This is England team. Maguire is a wreck, right? So I don't have the kind of
I wouldn't
5, 6
even
and
play
5
Maguire.
that Alexander
I'm
Arnold
surprised
does in Liverpool.
Maguire is even on your team.
You understand what I'm saying? No, again, my defense.
Okay, so give us this, Beto. How would you line up the back four?
That's the question.
I think I will have Ben White, central defense.
Mm-hmm. You can say Maguire.
Trying to see who I will pair with Ben White. Obviously not Maguire. And I'll play Reece James to begin with.
I used to think Maguire.
I'll play Reece James. Yeah,
where?
I'll go with Reece James.
Right back, okay.
Who is partnering Ben White?
And
Who is partnering Ben White? You know there are so many options for England. There's John Stones.
Mm-hmm.
There's Tyrone.
The Aston Villa guy cannot start for me. What's his name again?
Tyrone Mings.
I cannot start Tyrone Mings.
Yeah, definitely not playing Mings either.
What about Stones?
So who plays? Stones will start.
I might play Stones. And Ben White.
Ben White, okay. What about you're right back to Kyle Walker or Reece James?
No, I'll go with Reece James.
Reece James in the back four, okay. What about you?
If I'm subbing Reece James, I'm bringing in Walker. I'll push Alexander Arnold into my midfield.
What about you, Ayo?
I think Reece James would be my pick as well. Because of the three, he's the more balanced, both in terms of contributing in attack and in defense.
That's perfect. That's well said. But I actually will play a back three if I was England's coach. I'll play a back three and Walker will be on the right of the back three with Reece James as a wing back.
So that's what he's tried to do, right? But it doesn't seem to work.
Maybe he's not doing it well. Who is he partnering with Walker?
Who does he play? Plays. I don't remember who he plays. Let me look for an England game.
So left back, is that going to be Chilwell?
Oh yeah.
Luke Shaw is playing better at the moment, though.
Who? That's the thing with Luke Shaw. He will play 5-6 games. You think that's the best player in the world, right? They will play one game, and that's it. Then, by the time you are thinking of benching, the guy was selling him or doing something.
That's why the English fans.
He then comes back and takes his shirt, right?
You know what's funny? No, I'll play Chilwell. Maybe my Chelsea buyer speaking, but I'll play Chilwell ahead of
But that's a problem now. Politically, now I'm playing Chelsea right and left back. That's a problem.
When you're a manager,
I don't want.
Fan. You have to stop thinking like an asshole.
I don't want to. I have to appease the nation.
So I would play Luke Shaw because I think Reece James is intelligent enough to sit back if Luke Shaw pushes up. Because Luke Shaw has that tendency to bump forward and.
But that's it.
They are tactically aware of what's behind him. Yeah, so that's why because you have balance, then you can have the
three switch over and
cover for him.
Yeah.
So
maybe I'll start with Luke Shaw too. Yeah.
But you don't want to play Trent and Luke Shaw at the same time.
That's exactly why I said I'll put Trent to the midfield. In England national team, I'll push Trent in the midfield.
Nah, I don't see Trent.
And that makes me 3-5-2.
Trent to come from the bench for me, man.
So,
if you said 3-5-2, why are your back three?
I think I agree with you that Walker is probably the better player because of the experience and the idea that I can coordinate. So again, it's gonna have to be John Stones. I'll have to sit down Ben White.
England Germany game that ended 3-3. He started with Stones, Dyer, and Maguire, but then he took Stones
that's what I was thinking
Kyle
about.
Walker. So he brought Kyle Walker in.
For who?
And Kyle Walker played for Stones.
Okay.
Don't know if I think Stones had an injury in that game.
It was Dyer I was thinking about. I mean, there's
but
Dyer.
Then he played Reece James as the right back, as the wing back.
That team is loaded. There's Dyer.
They have so many options.
They have so many options. Dyer, Ben White, and Kyle Walker. will be my back three. Then I can play Reece James and Chilwell. Luke Shaw as backup for Chilwell. Trent as backup for Reece James.
So there's no space for Wan-Bissaka.
That's a back three, yeah.
There's no space for Wan-Bissaka on this team.
Dyer.
Okay.
Dyer be in a minute. No space for Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka.
Who is Wan-Bissaka?
Is it here?
Oh my god. Did you say that? Okay, that's fine. It's okay.
So what's Wan-Bissaka's problem?
To be honest, I think Man U killed that guy. That guy is a very defensive-minded player. When that guy was at Crystal Palace, I used to love him.
I think maybe they needed him to perform more in attack.
No, Man U sometimes you go to that club, you just don't know if you know how to play soccer again. That's the problem.
It's so
what do you guys think of Thiago in this team? I used to like Thiago at Barcelona, but watching him in Liverpool, I don't know what it is.
Wait,
I just can't stand him.
What just happened?
Don't worry, it didn't happen. There was no goal.
Wow, my stream is way.
Nunes almost scored.
Yeah. Was that Nunes though?
But look at the ball from Trent.
I mean,
so you don't like.
What was he trying to do?
I don't know what it is about him in Liverpool. Like there's no basis to his game or any point to what I see him do. He passes to the left. He plays all these neat passes. Yeah, it's nice. He keeps it moving, but I don't see any end product or any. He's not there.
Talking about Thiago now.
Yeah, Thiago.
Okay, so
I don't know if it was you. What he's doing.
I don't know if it was you. When this guy came in 2 seasons ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember when he was coming, everybody was afraid that Thiago joining Liverpool, another problem
one of those people.
Because of
one of those people.
Because of the people that knew like what he could do. Even Pep was like
Pep's boy.
I think they are getting a very quality player, right?
Under Pep at Barca, he was wicked.
Yeah. Then somebody said even at Bayern Munich. Even at Bayern Munich when he was there on loan.
Pep fought to get him from Barca.
I don't remember who said it. Somebody said another thing, which was, remember though, that if Thiago is going to be a starter, then Liverpool have to change their game and build their game and tweak their game a little bit. Because the previous midfielders were not too fancy like that. Mm-hmm. This is a fancy midfielder that would like to do things in his own fancy way. It means he's going to slow Liverpool down a little bit. He's going to drop that intensity.
I think he
has dropped that intensity. That's me, but people are not saying that. That's why I don't loud it. But I think he has dropped that intensity that Liverpool used to have and replaced it with fanciness. Because that's his style.
Yeah, I still think he's.
Yeah, look at the way Liverpool is playing when Thiago is not on the ball. It's quick passes, switching play. Yeah, they're looking for their wing backs to make those runs, long balls from the back. Look at the ball Trent played into Nunes.
So if he slows down the team, does that mean there are some games he may be good for, or he shouldn't even be in the Liverpool team at all?
It's probably good for games when they're playing top level teams, right? They're playing the Cities, the Chelseas, and you need more control. You need someone where you can't just go all out attack all the time because the other team knows how to read your runs and pick off those long balls.
Bjorn, you see how you didn't mention us now. So when they're playing top teams, the Cities, the Chelseas, and they stop there.
I've told you this. I'm not going to mention
because he's a very humble guy. We don't shout. We don't brag. You understand? It's humility. Learn from that. You understand? You went to Brighton. You lost 4-1. You are still talking. How would you go to Brighton and lose 4-1? Have some shame, man. Come on, man. Have some shame. Come on.
That game.
Went to Brighton, lost. That guy was a coach that has not won a game. He won his first game, beating you guys. Come on, man. Don't even talk.
Backwards. We look forward. We don't look backwards.
Come on, man. Well, keep looking forward, though. The end of the season, you end up with number 7. You are coming to Europa. If you are not careful, keep looking forward. You are going to Europa.
We've stopped that group now, so we're not coming to Europa this year.
No. You're going to end up in Europa because you're not going to win Champions League. See, it's just straightforward, right? Again, I'm not God. If you don't win Champions League and you didn't make top 4, what happens? Explain.
I'm not God.
But we're making top 4, though.
Can we bet? Can we bet about that top 4 thing for Chelsea?
I don't bet anymore. I'm repenting.
You have repented.
I've repented.
You learned from last season.
Gone are the days. You know, funny thing is, before last season, I can't stop betting for 2005. AC Milan Liverpool Champions League final. That's when I stopped betting. Was that night? My money was on Milan because Liverpool knocked us out. I now decided to change my ways and bet last season. And this, I don't bet anymore. But I believe we're going to make top 4. Forget, because the thing about it is, I've watched us in other games. I've watched another game. We are not as bad as we looked today. We are not. Today was just a win.
Okay.
We're not as bad as we looked.
To be honest, see, I might be saying it as a joke, but I actually mean it. And I'll tell you why. Again, I might be wrong. Like I said, I'm not God. Look at everybody other than Arsenal and Manchester that are pulling away. Manchester City has played 12 games. Arsenal has played 11. Tottenham, Newcastle, Chelsea. Tottenham, Newcastle, 13 games. Chelsea, 12. What's the point I'm trying to make? Other than Man City and Arsenal, 29, 28, the points are 26, 24, 21. They are close. Even Arsenal point, very close. Anything can happen. This table keeps shaking.
I agree.
Look at Newcastle. Nobody's talking about Newcastle. Oh, yeah. That's the point. And I don't think the way they are going, I think they are going for top 6. That is why I'm saying it's going to have to be Chelsea or Man U giveaway. If Man U keeps going and playing cohesive like they are doing right now, they will probably challenge Chelsea for that 4th or 5th place. Yeah. And that's why I'm calling it out early. Again, things can change. It's still very early. But I see Newcastle ending up top 6.
Okay, so what's your top 4 prediction?
Top 4 prediction. If Arsenal, I don't want to jinx Arsenal's chances.
Yeah, no, you can. In no particular order. Just throw the 4 names out.
In no particular order.
Yeah.
For now, right? If things don't change, I think the top 4 is going to be City, Arsenal, Newcastle, Chelsea.
You said if things don't change. Obviously, yeah, if things don't change, they probably remain the way they are right now. But I'm saying,
because I see Tottenham losing more points.
So you're saying the top 4 right now will stay that way till the end of the season?
No. I pulled out Tottenham.
Yep. Okay, you pulled out Tottenham.
I pulled out Tottenham. Tottenham is currently number 3, and they played 13 games. So if things go like this, Tottenham is going to disappoint people, right? So it's going to be, I think, Man City, Arsenal, Newcastle, Chelsea. Top 4, right? Now, that Chelsea, you're going to see Man coming very close, very behind.
Don't write off Spurs.
Yeah, don't write off Spurs.
I know.
hate that team. I hate that team, but under Conte, there's just something annoying.
Spurs have just one.
They should have like 14 points this season, in my opinion, but they just keep dragging the points out.
Yeah, again. Yeah.
What's your prediction? Top 4, Ayo?
I'm sure of Arsenal, City, Spurs. I don't know who's going to pick the last 4th spot.
So you're calling it for Spurs?
I'm calling it for Spurs.
I agree with you. I'm putting Spurs ahead of Newcastle.
So you guys have written Liverpool off completely. You think they are not going to resurrect?
So I don't know who's going to take that 4th spot.
Well,
Newcastle is
it's going to be tough, man.
Man U is there. It's going to be tough.
No, but you guys,
it's going to be tough.
A prediction.
And Arsenal and City need to keep their momentum up.
Arsenal and City, I'm even worried. I'm more worried for Arsenal, being an Arsenal fan.
And
that's because we don't have
need to keep up that momentum to make sure we don't get dragged into that.
You gave it a top 3 though. I know you can't really predict the 4th, but if you had to put a name in there, who would it be?
Newcastle.
Fair enough. I'm going with
based on the way they're playing.
Why would you even rate Tottenham more than Newcastle? You saw what Newcastle did to Tottenham.
It doesn't matter.
Do you know that?
It doesn't matter.
So
that's what I'm saying. The Spurs, they have the players to keep dragging these points out.
Yep.
They have the coach to keep dragging those players to get the points out. It doesn't matter how. I hate the way they are playing. It's so annoying. It's irritating to watch Spurs. They should have lost that game today. When I saw the scoreline at 2-0,
I didn't watch it, but I was just seeing
I thought the game was over.
2-1,
then I tuned back and it was 2-2. And then they still managed to snatch it. There's just something about Conte that keeps dragging teams.
Yep. Honestly, last season,
look at the season he won Chelsea, right?
Yeah, no, you tied.
That team wasn't a solid. It wasn't a title winning. Like they were just destroying teams.
Oh, you mean when he was in Chelsea when we won the league?
Yeah, when he was at Chelsea.
Yeah,
they weren't playing fantastic football, just killing teams out.
You just knew. So the thing about it,
you remember that season Arsenal beat them.
The points.
Remember that season Arsenal beat them.
I remember it was right after.
It was after Arsenal beat them that they started rising and climbing.
Yeah, because he changed his formation. He was playing the initial formation from I think Mourinho, right? He started out with the 4-2-3-1. After that, was like, look, boys, this isn't working now. Let's do it my way.
And he played Victor Moses in right wing back all through.
Yeah.
You know?
Man, that guy helped you that season, though.
My top 4 is Arsenal, City, Spurs, Chelsea. Now, Spurs and Liverpool probably gonna be 5th.
You think Newcastle won't go the distance?
Newcastle 6th. I'm putting Newcastle in.
Question: Isak is injured for a while? I know he's out, but I didn't see how long he's out for.
I'm not sure.
You guys know?
What's going
on? There was a foul by Robertson on Aronson.
But yeah, I'll pick Spurs. To answer your question earlier, I'll pick Spurs above Newcastle. I see what Newcastle is doing right now, but also know that World Cup will change a lot of things. World Cup comes, goes.
But that's the point. So mid-December, Ayo, Isak is out till mid-December. He's out till mid-December. So, cool question for you, right?
So that's fine for them.
I actually had this conversation with my brother today. Newcastle, they're not going to be disturbed by World Cup. Fine, break can affect momentum and players form. I don't know, but they are not losing any player to World Cup. None of their players play for.
Yes, they'll be having full training sessions.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's there. You understand? So the big teams will probably be more affected.
Yeah.
Well, the way they are playing, I'm really trying to understand. Do you guys think it's Eddie Howe's, quality as a manager? What do you think the difference is with Newcastle?
I have learned not to discredit the coach because I do coaching on the side now, and I understand the power of the coach. It shows the team. You can't tell me the identity of the coach is not showing on the team. So I'm not going to take away credit from Eddie Howe. But
okay, before you continue, let me just throw this one. I'm not trying to throw a spanner into your conversation. How long does the identity last when the coach is no longer on the team? You should by now you should figure out where I'm going.
Yeah, no way.
That's a
good question, but I can't give you an answer for it. It depends on the team.
Do you think that identity that Graham built that brightly?
That's where you're going. And it's true. Because
you try to set you up into the fire. I'm walking.
To answer your initial real question, Eddie Howe, you can't. I was never the biggest fan of Eddie Howe, but I knew that he knew what he was doing. He knew something. I was surprised when Newcastle hired them. I felt like they could have gone for a bigger coach.
Same. I agree.
Yes, but they got, and I don't want to call him an average coach, but let's say he's average. But they got some top tier players in there that they're not the biggest names.
Why are the top tier players?
They don't have top tier players.
Not top tier players. When I say top tier, I mean players that can perform well in their positions. Karen Trippier, their striker Wilson, Saint Maximin. Those guys are not the biggest in the game, but the positions they play, they can deliver with a good coach behind them. Trippier.
We forgot Trippier from the right back debate, by the way.
No, exactly. That's what I was going to say next. I think Trippier.
That's true. He's a contester. He's a contester, man.
He's a big time contester. Yeah.
I just don't go for short people. I'm sorry, but keep going.
That's part of why I would pay James as well. Because aerially, Kyle Walker, I don't think Kyle Walker is short, but for some reason, Kyle Walker is not good at positioning himself aerially.
So you're not a big fan of Lisandro Martinez then?
No, I hate that guy playing central defense like.
If I start to talk about Lisandro Martinez,
man, don't let him even start, man.
I'm personally ashamed.
I know he played that guy in central defense.
Pained.
But he looks
I don't know whether that adjective to describe
in that position though.
Terrible.
So initially when the debate started, when they first got him, and people were talking about, I think it was what's his name, Carragher, that said Martinez is too short to play central defense. I was like, why would you say that? But watching it, I think it does make a lot of sense.
A guy. Well, we'll see how it will last this season. I still don't believe. I think they are getting. I think they are getting away with it. I think it's a murder case.
They will get away with it until they play teams. So English football
see what City finished them now. That's what I'm saying. You need tactics. City finished them. City exposed the guy. He was just running up and down.
I was very excited.
I was very excited, man. I was on the plane that day. I was like, yes, I'm glad.
So if you must play in your team, where would you play?
He should go to his right back or left back. What's he doing in my central defense?
Okay,
do you know what he does, though?
As a left back.
He does was what made him
actually.
No, he's not that sensible. I go and watch him very well. He's not that skillful.
Because that's what
you people talk about DM. Maybe because I have a very high expectation of a DM. But go ahead.
He's very good at being in the right position as a centre back, and that's what has been bailing him out. He's always in the right position, which is why I would pay him as a DM.
The same way
he knows where the ball is going to be before he gets there, and he's there. He's there with
that is just one quality of a DM. I don't disagree, but that's also just good on the ball.
Have you seen him playing the ball out of defense? There was no question about his ability to play the ball out of defense. When he's
what makes a DM the best ever? The best ever is how do you create a pass out of a very tight space? And again, I might be biased, but that's why I love
playing in defense. He can do that.
You understand what I'm saying? How do you create that pass out of a very tight space, right? I've seen DMs that slows down the game, that they have to make 3 touches to make a connect. When you don't need to make 3 touches to make a connect, then you're good. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if he can do that. I've never seen him play that position, but this is what I've seen him. That guy, yes, he can spot, he can look because he's always scanning and all that. That guy doesn't mind fouling people. He's very aggressive. Yep. You see the way he plays. He's very aggressive. So to me, I think it's risky playing him as a DM. I mean, what he does
smarter than Rojo used to be. He reminds me a lot of Rojo. That's the same way Rojo used to be. Very aggressive.
I think he would do great as a DM. I was highlighting when
I just think he's too aggressive to be.
When Benitez played David Luiz as a DM, the year we won Europa League. That was after we won the Champions League. The next year we won Europa League. Benitez played David Luiz as a DM. In my opinion, that's the best David Luiz I've ever seen. He's emotional. Although he's a little on the tall side, but he's emotional and he doesn't mind fouling people, like you said. But he got that job done because he wasn't in the box. Less risk. Yeah. Yes, and
so exactly. Because he needs to compensate. He needs to compensate for that height. He needs to compensate for that height, right? Yeah. So what does he do? He spots the threats ahead of time. He spots the ball. He's always looking. He sees the ball coming. He makes that decision, quick decision. The things he does today to me, I think it's because you are a fresher. You just came into the league, you are new, you're putting all your strength. By the time he really calms down, by next season, you will see, see that aggression and that passion again. And that's actually what Maguire did that sold him. That's what Maguire showed to Man U, and that's why they went after him and bought him. Yep. Before they realized that there's no sense in all this aggression. If you're aggressive, you have to apply your sense.
But
so it's half time. What's you guys' take on the Liverpool Leeds game?
I mean, what changes would you make? I'll tell you, I'm really disappointed in this Nunes. I wasn't happy when Liverpool got him because I think Arsenal was interested, and I thought we needed him. But again, I don't know if I have any regrets anymore with this Nunes. And maybe it's too early. Again, maybe it's too early.
I think it's too
early. Yeah, it's early. So I was wondering, right? I'm wondering if he's not able to play up front alone because I think it's an interesting decision to have Salah be beside him. He doesn't seem like the type of striker that does well with his back to goal, right? He likes to receive it, kind of similar to how Luis Diaz has been on the side. He likes to pull off to that left and receive the ball to his feet.
Yeah. So you think it's not a like a real center forward?
I'm wondering. I'm asking the question.
He's still assessing. I think he's not the best at receiving with his ball with his back to the goal, but it doesn't mean he can't do it. I think it's just part of the adjustment process. That I don't think the Salah playing a long game is about him. It's more about the team. the way the team is still adjusting.
Finding balance for the team.
Finding balance for the team, exactly. And remember, they're also playing Firmino in there, so they gotta be a way to tweak the whole.
So that's probably why, because I think it allows him to pull off to the left a little, right? Yeah. Same thing with Salah, right? It allows Salah to come in a little bit more, right? But both of them are still on the left and right where they like to receive the ball to their feet.
Yeah. I mean, who are the best players in the league right now receiving the ball with their back to the goal?
I mean,
you have to say
Callum Wilson.
Haaland does everything.
Yeah,
Callum Wilson.
So Callum Wilson, yes.
Yeah.
Callum Wilson I thought Callum Wilson would go to Chelsea. I'm surprised.
Chelsea. Wait, how old is he now? How old is he now?
He's old. He's old.
How old is he?
He's not old.
He's in his 30s.
Because I don't know why that guy. Why Arsenal didn't even go for that guy?
So Chelsea wanted him at some point. At least it was a rumor.
He's 30. He'll be he's 30.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not in Arteta's radar.
Yeah, so Chelsea wanted him at some point, and I wanted him too, but it didn't happen. How do you say he's? How am I not seeing his age?
He's 30.
Wow, he looks so tall on TV, and he says he's just 5'11".
Wilson, yeah, he doesn't look tall on TV to me. Wilson?
Yeah, he's not tall.
He has to be wide. Then he has to be wide. He has to be big.
How tall is he?
His physical presence. Wow. Yeah. It's just like that Brentford guy.
Dominates defenders.
Wow. Walker is 5'10".
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I can't tell.
Yeah.
You're saying something about
that's why I said. You remember I said he's not too short, but it's just about position and where to be when the ball is coming there early.
So Leeds Liverpool 1-1 first half.
Yeah.
I hope you guys are watching it as we're talking.
I mean, what would you change? Who did they have on bench? What would you change?
Oh, that's a very good question. Who did they have on bench? Let me check. I mean, let's start from the fact that Leeds' goal was an error. Mm-hmm. Right?
Well, no. I don't want such a discredit.
The bench is not bad though.
They mounted pressure. Somebody chased the ball. Gomez made the wrong decision. Somebody was watching an alert. Somebody was watching an alert. So don't say it was an error.
Oh yeah.
Somebody was watching and looking for opportunity, and they landed. Right?
Oh, it's an error. You know, you can make an error and your opponent doesn't pick it up.
I know it's an error, but give them their credits. You know.
I'm looking at it right now, the highlights.
See, look at was that Van Dijk?
So I've been wanting to talk about Van Dijk.
Did you see Van Dijk? He was sleeping.
Van Dijk. Van Dijk
look at that highlights again. Van Dijk was sleeping, and the striker was even more alert.
Because Rodrigo was behind him.
Yeah, it was behind him. Yeah. You said Van Dijk seems to be well past his best. I don't think so. Honestly, the whole Liverpool.
A lot of goals that I've seen Liverpool concede this season have been his fault.
But
they've been his fault directly.
I think he's just having a
like Bill just mentioned now. If Van Dijk was more alert there, Van Dijk would have read that pass because Rodrigo was behind him, right? And he had to come from the backside.
He's a bad season.
I mean, 2 seasons ago, would Van Dijk have done that?
No.
Would Van Dijk have done that?
The whole season may be bad, just as
okay. What does a good defender do, right? As you are thinking, you think, okay, my goalkeeper is there, but you're also thinking that if my goalkeeper doesn't get it, I mean, that's okay. Look at Silva. Okay, perfect example. You watch the Chelsea game before they started scoring. You guys, there were 3 chances that Silva cleared out.
Yep, exactly.
That was him reading the game.
Exactly.
But this is what I would say about Van Dijk. I still think it's a one-season issue. The problem with Liverpool, the problem with Salah, because
is just extending to all the players.
Who in Liverpool right now is having a good season? Nobody. Maybe I'll listen.
Firmino is a steady 7.
Thank you. No, Firmino is enjoying the season because he's played more games and he scored more goals so far. Yeah. Because again, Firmino knows that I don't start all the time, but this thing that is happening has put him in the right position to start.
Put me in, coach.
Yeah. But tell about this. So it goes back to the old Van Dijk thing. I think if Liverpool can fix their issues, it still goes back to how balanced the team was. There was a structure Liverpool had. Liverpool's identity was their wing backs with Salah and Mane. Everything else was extra, including Van Dijk. We didn't know that until the lapses are showing now.
No. Van Dijk is like, you know, when you build, it's like our skeleton, right? The ribs. That guy is the spine.
It's the spine. I agree.
He's the spine, man.
Okay, he's the spine. I agree, but he's not the face. It's not.
It doesn't have to be.
It's not the. My point is, the identity of the team was built around the four corners of the team, which was the wing-back relationship with the forward guys. Mane, Salah. The same reason why Firmino was not a goal scorer.
No, it had to be so the spine was important in defending, right?
No, I know.
So that's why.
What I'm saying is, taking out one part of those four corners affects the team, thereby showing the flaws of the spine, which is what Van Dijk is, as you guys are saying. I'm not saying Van Dijk. I'm saying Van Dijk is important, and the flaws are showing, but the flaws showing comes from the absence of what Mane used to do. The backtracking, the pressure that he puts along with Robertson, all that. When you are, they say the best form of attack is defense, right? And in my opinion, the best form of defense is attack. When you are attacking, when you have the ball, your opponent can't score. When Liverpool are attacking with their wing backs, Van Dijk doesn't have much to do. But if you attack Van Dijk, and in a real game, Liverpool game last season,
let me
finish. Van Dijk has to face maybe 5 oppositions. Now he has to face 10. So he's more prone to errors. There's more pressure on him.
That's exactly the point I was going to try to call out to you to say. Before they had this horrible season that they're having right now, you typically don't get to Van Dijk. It's hard for you to get to Van Dijk.
It's not even that. It's not even about getting to Van Dijk. If you guys try and think about Liverpool games in the past, right? A lot of times when those wing backs, especially Robertson, is out of position and there's a long ball over, who is always there to clean up? Van Dijk is there well before the attacker even has the time to get in, and he just plays a simple pass back to Alisson. He's not doing that this season. He's not in those positions covering anyone.
No, because the structure.
I don't know if it's so it might be due to the structure. Maybe he's not sure where to cover.
The shape
is messed up. Also, because maybe the opponents are not throwing any long balls anymore.
Oh, the shape. Ayo, you and I. No, it was Jonathan. It wasn't you. It was Jonathan. The space that people like Endesi and Keita and one alum in the past, Fabinho, the space they used to occupy. Go and watch these games so far this season. Thiago is leaving a lot of opening in that middle. It's too much for Van Dijk to clean up. It's too much for Van Dijk to clean up.
You are blaming Thiago.
No, that midfield is exposed. I mean, look at Arsenal game.
I think what we're saying is there's just a general imbalance in the team. That there are too many holes for him.
Look at how Odegaard moved passes. Martinelli moved passes across, and Thiago was walking, like basically was jogging through, and that pass came back.
So we're saying the same thing, that the balance of the team is off, and it's showing that. What I'm saying is because.
So how many do you want Van Dijk to clean up?
Exactly.
They seem to have a better balance in this game from what I've seen of their formation. Obviously, that slip was an individual error, but I think the team seems more balanced. Both attacking and defending.
That Liverpool's game was an error. I think they've done better so far in the first half of this game.
Yeah, I think so too. Based on what I've seen.
One thing
I want Leeds to make that run, mount the same pressure, and I'll see if they will get exposed again.
But the problem with Leeds,
that's what I mean. At this point,
what do you guys think of Leeds? I've been impressed with the way Leeds are playing, but for some reason they're just not getting the results.
I think I've been impressed with the manager, because I thought he was going to fail, and I think he's managed it well so far.
If you're looking at results, they're failing right now. They're 17th. They're barely winning. They've lost, I think, their last 3 or 4 games.
I know, but I mean,
at 1 point.
You're right though. But I think Leeds is still playing like, when people play and they don't fear opponents. And I think it's worrisome for me. Like, guys, be cautious a little bit. So they want to play that attacking football, right? And they get exposed. And they're like, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he doesn't have quality players to play. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. But I think they have good threats going forward.
Going forward without looking back. It's not as bad as it used to be with Bielsa.
I mean, they've coped.
Yeah, so
they've
he
coped
brought
with
in
injury.
Tyler Adams and McCrocker, right? Those two are
guys,
well balanced. They're defensive-minded players.
Leeds is not doing well. They're at the bottom, but just think about what happened to them.
What I said,
This same team lost Rafinha. This same team lost Bamford to injury. This same team lost Calvin Phillips.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's too much to deal with for such club, right? It's too much.
So Calvin Phillips.
Thanks
been
God
injured.
we don't waste our money. Injury prone. He's injured.
Yeah.
He's injury prone. I mean, you could
he
tell,
injury
man.
prone? I don't think so. I don't think he's injury.
He's injury prone, actually. He's injury
when
prone.
When he was at Leeds, was he? I don't think
He tried to came back. There was one game he played. I think he has only played two games for City now.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Now, at Leeds, he wasn't injury prone.
I don't think he's injury prone. He played under that system with Bielsa for like 2 or 3 seasons, no injuries.
Maybe he's catching up with him.
So now. You think? Okay, all right.
Maybe.
Just watch. It's coming back, but it's going back to injury. He's trying to come back, and he keeps getting injured again. So I don't know what's going on with his body. Something is going on. Something is going on with the guy, and I think he's struggling with that. So I don't know if it's going to affect.
I don't know if he'll make the England team because he's vital for England too.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't make the team, I mean, they'll make it work, right? You guys think England can bring it home this year?
No,
I don't want to talk about England, man.
Okay, let's talk about the World Cup.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I like Southgate, but I don't think he's the right manager.
Yeah,
he's
not. I had my prediction for the World Cup actually. I've told you guys before. My prediction for the World Cup. Who's going to win?
You've been saying Argentina. We've heard you.
You're still sticking to that? I think. Well, again, things happen.
One thing can win.
Brazil is the favorite. I don't know if they'll win it.
I actually think France is the favorite. Okay, they don't have Kante. They may not have Pogba. Yeah.
Yeah,
but I think this
when still loaded. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, they are.
I was looking at their options for centre back. They listed the 4 that have to battle it out for a place, and they mentioned Koundé, they mentioned Upamecano, they mentioned Saliba. I don't remember who the 4th one is. But it was
Varane.
Like 4 top level. Varane is injured.
Varane.
So it was like one of those.
No. Varane is going to World Cup. The result came back and it's good. It's only going to be.
I just mentioned, right? Those will be starters at most.
I know, but the most experienced of them is Varane. The most experienced of them is Varane.
Ridiculous.
Right?
Yeah, Varane is fit.
So I'm picking Argentina, and I was going to say one thing. I think there's something that wings you, that can get you across the finish line that goes beyond just skill. I think it's passion, and I think those guys have it. Especially after Messi announced this is his last World Cup. I saw it in their Copa America final.
Who is the team for? Who starts for Argentina? What's the 11?
At this point, I don't know.
It doesn't matter,
and it doesn't matter. It doesn't. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter.
Their goalkeeper just got head injury.
I don't see it. Yeah, he'll be fine. It's just.
So who are you guys predicting to win the World Cup? If you have to predict,
Brazil, man.
It's too early for me. I usually pick after the first round. After the first round,
it's too early too. But I'm going with talent. I'm going with talent, right?
Because it depends on injuries too. It depends on the form the players reach. So for me personally, it's too early to call it.
So if you had to, you won't pick anyone?
If I had to, if you put a gun to my head and you asked me to pick or get a shot, I'd probably say Brazil. Just because I've seen France is missing a lot of injuries. Right? Both Kante and Pogba that were instrumental to their last win are injured.
Yeah.
But those are big misses for them. Is it back?
They have young guys that can step in.
Is Pogba back? I thought he was out.
I saw a video of him back in training, yeah.
Oh, look at that ball from Trent. My goodness. Oh.
Best crossers in the league.
Chelsea, don't go and bring your anger against us next week. Because I know this 4-1 now. Arsenal will be the one to suffer for it.
You mentioned Trent. Who are the best crossers in the league? Because I think he's one of them.
Crossers.
Definitely one. Robertson is another.
Proud was, or what's his name?
James Ward.
Southampton guy.
Yeah.
James Proud.
Ward-Prowse.
He's what promise. He has to make England score.
Will he?
I mean, they need a free kick taker.
He'll be on the bench.
If all
Trippier is there.
If all they need, Trippier does take free kick.
Trippier can cross, yes.
But in my opinion, in the league, it's KDB that's number one.
KDB is
followed by Trent, then Reece James.
I would pick Trent to take a crossover KDB.
Nah.
So, are we talking about crosses?
Are you talking about crossing, or
I'm talking about all of it?
Or set pieces?
All of it. I'm telling you, KDB is phenomenal.
KDB has, because that's where he plays. That's his
role.
He gets more opportunity to pass.
I've seen him in that. So when he's
get more opportunity to pass, that's his job,
spot, right? It's that inside right channel. That inside right channel, right?
Yeah.
Nobody can compare with KDB. He knows. But when he's at the byline, I've seen him just play balls in like the hopeful crosses.
I've seen some beautiful ones though that I can't ignore. I've seen some beautiful ones. Now,
it's hard to argue against KDB's talent though.
So this is how I think it is. Trent has quality. No, Trent has quantity. KDB has quality. Trent can give you 5 good crosses.
But you're putting Trent in a position that that is not his primary role. That's not his expectation. That's not his main expectation.
Am I just crossing the ball? The way Trent just did it earlier that you saw. Crossing the ball to finding a direct target. Reece James does it. Trent does it.
KDB doesn't do those balls. That ball that Trent played out to Robertson?
No, he does. He does, actually.
That crossfield ball to Robertson.
He doesn't do it as often. Trent does it almost every game.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that often, but the quality when he does it.
Go and watch KDB very well. KDB, the reason why I like him, the reason why maybe his coach likes him, is forward looking.
Well,
Trent and Robertson, they try to switch play. And that's why Trent does that thing a lot.
Yeah.
Most times he tries to switch play, and he knows how to switch to the other side. KDB is always forward looking, and is always attacking. KDB is always like attack from beginning to the end. Most of his crosses are like this, and he's into the box. And when I coach all these kids, and that's why I tell them, when you don't know anything else to do, put the ball in the middle of the box. There must be somebody that can pick it up and score. When you don't know anything else to do, put the ball in the box, because that's a threat. The keeper can fumble, the defender can fumble, anybody can fumble. There can be a missed kick, and there's an opportunity. I don't know who trained KDB, but I think that's the foundational lesson somebody gave to him, and he still does that till tomorrow. Go and watch his ball. He's always like putting it up front. That's what you do. Trent switches play. He's not a midfielder.
No, but Trent doesn't only switch.
It's not just switching play.
I know, that's why he does that. That's why you won't see KDB. Why would my KDB
played that same ball against us,
right?
That who was it? Nunez ended up scoring from.
Yeah.
Or was it?
He does that too, but KDB has no reason to be switching play for no need. They have a lot of midfielders that can rotate and carry the ball and switch the ball.
Yeah, so it's different, right? In that,
go ahead. I think you.
I was just going to say, so that kind of ball that Trent played to Nunez in the first half of this game, right? KDB wouldn't do that. City would settle the ball first, right? Because City doesn't play on the transitions. They play.
I'm telling you, KDB, as he does it, he doesn't do it as often, but he does it. And what I'm saying is, the quality when he does it is mind blowing. That's why I said KDB does have quality. Trent has quantity. That's what I'm saying.
Just tell that your KDB guy, he should do the same thing in big games. I'm tired of watching him. I've seen enough. He needs to take it to the next level. If he cannot deliver a trophy, he's nobody to me.
If he cannot deliver a trophy, he's been winning the league for how many years now?
Is that why we are still paying for Pep? It's Champions League. They should bring Champions. You know, KDB's chances are getting to the end. 1 or 2 more seasons. That's it.
To win the Champions League,
it's not just KDB.
It's gonna fade away at some point.
KDB's 31.
Yeah, even Pep himself, his chances are getting reduced now to win Champions League.
It's getting faded, man.
You know, it used to remind me of the popular argument of KDB versus Pogba. I don't know if you guys ever saw that on the group chat.
I never contributed to that conversation because I don't see the reason why we should be bringing that up. They play differently.
But overall,
they play differently.
If you need one in your team, who would it be?
If I need one in my team, I'll go with KDB. I'm not that patient for fancy. Pogba has a talent, no doubt. I respect that. But guy, I'm a serious-minded player and a coach. I want seriousness.
I want to win games.
KDB is ever serious. Pogba can decide to start messing up and playing, and I don't have time for that.
Fancy. At least Pogba didn't do the Anthony spin rather. Did you guys see that?
Why was there so much fear about that? I mean,
I actually watched the game, and when it happened, I froze. I didn't know what to say.
Wait, Anthony, Manchester United?
Yes.
Yeah.
In the middle of the game, nobody was
caught.
him.
No, he has this trademark spin that he does, right? Where he pivots on one leg and he rolls the ball. Like the ball is on the inside of his foot and it rolls around on like a 360. So it's a signature move for him.
Yeah, he did it like 3 times or 2 or 3 rows.
Was he trying to dribble a player?
It was like time stopped when he did it. Nobody came close to him.
No pressure, nothing. He just collected the ball. The guy himself.
That's Manchester United like to buy all these signature player. That's another Pogba for them. They should enjoy him.
I feel like that has gone out of the game. I mean, it's unnecessary.
It's unnecessary, right? And a serious coach would tell him, "Don't do that in my game again. I'm here to win. We're playing like."
But I
make a decision. If you are 3 up, you can do rubbish. But don't do that stuff in my game.
Here's the thing, though. If you do it, doesn't harm the team. Is there a problem?
It doesn't. So the issue I think people had with it was that when he played the ball, I don't know if he got distracted from enjoying himself, but when he played the pass, it was a pass that just went out. Right? It was a pass that he didn't need to make because he wasn't under pressure.
Yeah, it really wasn't under pressure.
The way soccer is played today, gone are those days of Austin J.J. Okocha that you pay for. That's the point I'm trying to make, right? Those days, there's a bit of entertainment that people are looking for. But when we are going to like win a game, right? Every minute counts. So when you do that, it might not affect you. You don't know whether it affects the concentration of another player, your teammates. You understand? Because the team has to focus and concentrate. That's the point. You don't want to allow that. You can do it maybe once in a while. That's okay. When you start doing that kind of a thing, it's like you are taking it not that serious. I am taking it that serious. So how is the team balanced and focused? I don't know.
You say if you do it once in a while. That's his first time doing it since game to Man U.
No, he does some other stupid. So I don't know about that spin. So he brings that ball from that side and he do that stupid leg over thing that doesn't result into anything. Just like that's why I don't like people like him and Saint Maximin or whatever you call him, right? All those useless dribble. Dribble has to forward looking.
Alan is better this season. Alan is better this season. I used to fault him for overdoing, but he has stepped up this season actually. Since before he got injured, he has actually stepped up.
Yeah, I just want my players to be serious minded. That's the point.
Do you think the game is more serious now since everybody's making such a big deal out of it?
The game is more serious because it's money making. We're talking about millions. It's an industry. Do you understand? It's like managers are getting paid because they are managing $1 million talent. So you need somebody that is serious, right? And somebody should play according to the script. So when you are not doing your job, it's a unit. You're affecting the unit. I mean, that's my mentor. I like him. My far distance mentor.
You ever heard the story of Pep removing Thierry Henry because he was in the wrong position, even after he scored?
Yeah, you told him. Yeah. Told him, didn't listen.
Yeah, Henry has talked about that before. It was like, even though he scored, he was upset. He was annoyed. Like, he didn't listen to where Pep wanted him to run. And he's like, well, I see the ball going, so I'm going to make the run. And he finished it.
Yeah. That's why I keep wondering deep down, is Pep fully happy with Haaland? Even though Haaland is bad.
Why did you ask that question? What have you seen?
Because there are rumors that Haaland was not really Pep's buy. It was a City buy. The person he really wanted was the Alvarez guy that played today, that started today. Because Pep kind of plays with a team unit. Everybody scores. Everybody can score. Understand? He's never been.
No, I disagree.
But it's what I've heard. I don't know how true it is. I don't know how true
I have to be careful on the words I'm going to use on live stream, right?
Yeah.
I think Pep is. I think Pep is. I think is a character. I won't use the word. It might be close to that. It might not be. I don't know. But I think it's one of those characters that doesn't like to share the stage with anybody else. I think he has that. He has that ability. It carries ego more than anything else. He doesn't like his ego to be bruised. He likes to be seen as the creator of the success. So when you say team, I disagree, and I'll tell you why. the way he has created his team and the type of team he likes to build and create, it's an high-performing team, which is great, which I like that idea. However, it doesn't create a team whereby if we lose you, then we are done. Or if we don't have you, we can move forward. And he's very, very aware of that. That mistake of all this money thing will never happen to Klopp, right? Because Klopp is having to deal with people criticizing him for selling money. Pep will never create a team whereby because money is gone, then we are in problem. Then when Pep sees that, you're beginning to outshine my team and you're beginning to be the star, you probably go on the bench for a while.
Is he saying what I'm saying?
It probably make you sit. You are talking about somebody that cares about team. No, I think it's different. You seen their success and you try to translate it that he cares about it. I don't think he cares about it. I think he cares about himself. He wants that attention to be on him, not the team.
Ayo, do you think he's saying what I'm saying?
That's the difference I'm trying to make.
I think you guys are saying the same thing, just in different ways. Yeah.
Just in different ways.
But he's saying he's a team guy that cares about his team. I don't think he does. I think he cares about himself.
Hear me out. Cares about himself, whatever. My point is, he's never wanted a target man to be one man glory for the team, which is what Alan is doing right now.
And he's talked about that too, right? Because he said he doesn't expect it. I mean, he said I can't teach Haaland anything about finishing, right? He said in terms of movement in the box, finishing, there's nothing more he can teach him. But he said he wants him to be more involved in the play. Right? And I think that's where he's trying to work with Haaland. But he can't bench Haaland. I think there are just those players.
Which is what brought my question. Do you think Pep is fully satisfied with Haaland? Because Haaland is not playing. It goes back to when I use the word team. Maybe I use it the wrong way, as you are saying. I'm not saying.
I think it will be at this moment, and I will tell you why. And I'll tell you based on his previous experiences with all these strong personalities, right? So examples: Ibrahimovic, Samuel Eto'o, Henry Thierry, Deco, all these guys, right? Those guys were already bigger when they came into his team. So he was managing them at their pinnacle of their career, right? It was tough for him. Alan is younger, even though he has a very bright future. And I think Alan is more respectful than all these guys. I don't know whether Alan will turn into an Ibrahimovic. I don't know. It might be. But so far, I don't see Alan giving any manager any problem. I think he's a very calm, cool-headed player that wants to grow, that cares about being successful, and he will listen. People like Ibrahimovic, like Henry, they will listen when they are not being told to do what they don't want to do. Right? And that's the problem that Aubameyang had with Arteta. When you start getting into that kind of, well, you're the manager, but guy, man, I've played this thing, I've won this thing, I know my job, I can do my job, you know. Pep will not, he will either fire you or let you go. You are done. You are done with Pep. I don't think Alan is in that realm yet. He might get there in 2-5 years, but I think he's a young guy, he's delivering. I think Klopp is going to, Pep is going to like him.
He knows Haaland's mentality, because Haaland is a fighter and a leader.
The fighter, he wants to win.
That about him.
So we'll go to the next question. Do you think two things can happen? Do you think Haaland remains the target man in the next 5 whatever years, or do you think Pep is going to tweak him to be playing as a team, as Pep wants?
I think it should be the target man. I think Pep would mind. You know why? Because Aguero did it. He had no problem with Aguero. Aguero was the point man. And he allowed Aguero. He gave Aguero that liberty.
He used to bench Aguero. He used to bench Aguero.
He used to bench him. Maybe he's coming back from injury or something. But when Aguero is playing, Aguero is playing.
Aguero is fit. Aguero is fit, but he's on the bench.
Yeah, he was on the bench. Pep had an issue with that target man, and that's what I'm trying to point out to you, which is what Haaland is right now. So it's either Haaland is going to change, or Pep is going to change.
I think sometimes we call it target man. I'm not sure if Pep calls him target man.
So part of Pep's philosophy, even when he plays with that false nine, is that occupying the center backs, right? Because a lot of it depends on building up on the wings and then finding that space in the box once they're able to build into the final third. And I think Haaland does such a great job of being mobile in the box to create space when they're in that final third that he can't drop Haaland because of that. I mean, forget about the goals, but I think he does that well enough that Pep is okay with that. Because I mean, Pep could bench him, right? We would all be okay with it. He's new to the league, right? We can be like, he's not yet, used to Pep's system and all.
I agree. I mean, it makes sense because you said something occupying that back four. That's what I would like my players to be doing, right? So, and it works out well for City. When they do that, anybody is a threat. Any one of those guys is a threat. I mean, why would you place a target on Haaland when Foden is there running around? When this stupid Bernardo Silva can do
that final
wonders
third, it's constant movement. They need like
constant
movement.
How many are you going to mark?
Constantly moving in that box. So whoever has the ball on the byline has someone to find in the box.
And you don't want De Bruyne to be shooting at you all the time. So that's another threat. De Bruyne doesn't see anybody to pass out, he shoots. That's why I like him. And that's why I'm asking of Odegaard. As an Arsenal player, I need Odegaard to get into that level. Not all the time you will give a true pass because they will block you. They will think about it. You don't see a player shoot. Come on. De Bruyne doesn't see anybody. You're in trouble. You will fire with that left leg.
Liverpool Leeds game is
it's a solid
high intensity.
It's a solid game.
High intensity.
Yeah, because
constant back to front.
Yeah, because that is Leeds United, and I'm glad that we won. To be honest, they stretched us.
Oh yeah, we're lucky in that game.
They stretched us. We're lucky we won. I mean, these people, they don't fear, and that's the problem with this BSR football. And that's why I was asking, how long does the identity last?
So I think Marsh just continued it because
they continued it, right?
Part of why they hired Marsh, because Marsh, that's already Marsh's mentality. That's
used to do that in Bundesliga.
Yeah, his German team.
I didn't watch him in Bundesliga, so I really can't tell his style. And again,
but I think the difference is with the two midfielders that he's brought in, there's more stability. They used to have only Calvin Phillips doing that. Now they have both Rock and Tyler Adams forming that base in midfield.
Wow.
But besides those two, they still have their right and left backs joining in. They have the 10 and the forward. So they still get 4 or 5 players bumping forward at all times.
Like they are playing like as if they are home. You understand? And again, maybe because of the problem that Liverpool is facing, they are not afraid that much of Liverpool. We would see. I mean, you guys remember Liverpool last season, 2 seasons ago? Everybody was afraid. Like you don't know whether to attack. Everybody was just cautious of Liverpool. I'm glad that thing died, man, because that was just like harassment. I'm telling you, I hate it. No, they harassed everybody in the league. Like Liverpool will play outfield with you. They will push you up. You know that high press and keeping offside trap against you. That's what they used to do.
Yeah, they have it.
Like now, I'm glad that we have reset them and they are back to where they should be. Stupid thing.
You actually think you reset them?
No, I'm glad everybody teamwork.
Okay.
All the clubs. Those people tormented our life.
Just took 19 teams.
It's true now. I mean, let all the 19 teams keep.
Gonna be this. Jack Harrison sometimes is Ronaldo, and then sometimes is just Jack Harrison. Like, what was that?
My god! Wait, is Ronaldo? Man U's game is when? Is it tomorrow?
Yeah,
is Ronaldo back on the team?
Yeah, he played last week.
Yeah, he played during the midweek.
During the midweek, right?
Oh, they had a game during midweek.
Europa.
Oh, yeah. That's Europa, right?
Yeah, that's the game. Antonio
He's been around.
It's Spain.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Is Zion's best player back? Masha, is he back?
Who's Masha?
Who's your best player?
Masha.
Anthony Masha.
The one with the H.
I think that guy, if they can keep that guy fit, they will get good results.
No, that guy is Man U best striker. Yeah. Salah's played the ball. Did he score?
No, they missed.
Did he score? Okay.
Nunes.
Okay. Guys, let's talk about Nunes. What's going on with this guy?
I knew we were going to bring him up. I don't know how he didn't finish that ball. It's a simple chip over the cup.
That's the second one. Champions League. Did you guys see what happened in Champions League?
Even in
Did you see the reaction from Firmino?
That chance that Trent gave him in the first chance, he should have finished that.
Yeah. So 2 now. Did you see what happened in Champions League?
No,
I didn't watch the Champions League game.
Oh, wow.
Ajax.
empty net. He kicked the ball against the
serious?
pole. You know what Firmino did? It was so funny. You need to go and watch the highlights. Firmino looked into the crowd. Firmino was like, Firmino could have scored.
More.
But you know the typical Firmino, the unselfish guy. You know Firmino, very unselfish. Firmino, you know the way he passed as well, like very classy. He could have scored. Then he did that classy pass. Squape back to Nunes. I'm thinking that was a goal, you know. And Nunes hits the pole. Firmino was like, he looked at the crowd, like,
what more do I need to do?
What else?
Bobby. But so finishing has been, I guess, lackluster. But would you?
Well, he's had some great finishes in the box.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's.
That's where I was going.
Yeah. He scored against us. He scored against us. That was a great finish.
Yeah.
Yes. So the question is he adjusting? What exactly is the issue?
I'll tell you what I think the issue is. So, and I think I heard this from one commentary on the TV.
Who was that?
He's
trying to press it through Mele's legs.
Yeah. Salah did everything, right? Salah did everything for him. Yeah, you see Salah. Salah too was like, what's going on here? This Cooper guy messed up, man. I mean, you are a striker, right? I thought they said this guy was a center forward. He scored like 9 goals last season in Europe, right? That's why they bought him.
Yeah. Even I heard this guy recommended him for Barca and Suarez.
Oh, Suarez, when I saw him playing, was it for Porto where he was at? I loved him, man. That guy, Nunes at Porto was so dangerous. Like he reminded me of Torres.
Yeah, Fernando.
Where he knows where the goal is instinctively. He turns and shoots.
Yeah. I still think it's just an adjustment.
You know the funny thing, when FPL started, I bought the stupid striker.
Yeah, me too.
I saw him when he got the red card. So I'll tell you what I think is going on, Charles. You asked about what the problem could be. Mm-hmm. So I heard this thing and I completely agree. Striker is a very different kind of player in your entire squad. So you have a squad, right? Mm-hmm. But your striker is like the most beautiful girl on the streets. That everybody wants to date, right? And let's say you are the lucky guy, that's your life. You don't have any other focus again. You have to treat them so delicate. You have to show them love, caring, and attention. Like if it's the worst striker in the world, but that's what you've got, you have to like tell him, like, man, you are the best striker. You know why they said that? Because when they're on the field, the mood determines how many goals they can score, and it determines their rate of conversion. If their confidence is already low, right? When they get that touch, it lets them down a lot if they are low confidence. So you need to boost them up, you need to like pump them up, you need to like treat them, make sure that mentally they are ready. It's not just the physical fitness, it's mentally. So they need to be at alert because they might not get more than 3 chances. For them to convert those 3 chances, they need to know that, yes, I'm a striker, I can score, I've done it before, I can do it. And that is what has worked for Salah. For example, I give you something. When Salah comes into the field, it comes to like, I'm going to score. I don't care who you are, right? Whether you are City or whatever, I'm just going to score. And he has always worked for them. When Drogba plays against Arsenal throughout his career, Drogba might not be fit. But Drogba knows that when I turn my back and I play that shot, it's going to enter. You need your striker to have that belief. Somebody said something. They said when Drogba was even injured and the press doesn't know, the media doesn't know, they hide it, they don't tell anybody, they start him. And he goes in with that confidence and he still scores and he still wins. They said there was a game that, the rest of most members of the teams were not fit. But they looked at it and said, okay, we got Drogba, we're going to win this game. Like, that is how much Drogba used to carry them in that dressing room.
Yeah.
So when your striker is let down, your striker has a low confidence, your striker is dealing with, confidence issue and he hasn't scored in the last 3 games, then you need somebody to work with him to boost his confidence so that I can deliver.
Have you guys seen this guy playing? Gnonto?
No.
Who? Gnonto.
No.
The kid that is about to come in for Leeds. I didn't know he plays at Leeds.
No, I've never seen him.
No, I haven't seen him before.
I've seen him playing for Italy. Very interesting.
I saw him jogging, and I was like, "Who is this guy that looks like Piero Sikedia?"
You need to see this. Yeah, he plays
Wait,
like Piero Sikedia.
How tall is this guy?
I don't know how tall he is, but you need to see him play.
This guy is shorter than Lamptey.
Let me see his height.
I was about to mention
He's
Lamptey.
a very interesting player.
This guy is shorter than Lamptey.
His name is Noto.
Nonto, yeah.
Nonto. Okay.
He's Italian?
Yeah, he's Italian.
Too bad Italy's not going to the World Cup.
He is 5'5".
Thanks to Jorginho.
Yeah, it's too short.
He's not the shortest in the league now. Kante is in the league. How tall is Kante?
How tall is
I think
Kante?
Kante is 5'6" or 5'4", somewhere around the
This
same
guy has to be shorter than Kante.
I doubt it though. Kante is really short.
I think so. Kante is 5'7".
I mean, Messi is short too, but
No, Messi is not as short as this guy. So Kante is 5'7" and this guy is 5'6".
No, 5'5". This guy is 5'5".
Messi
said it's 5'5", right?
as well.
So Messi and Kante are the same height? Wow.
Yep.
I would never have guessed.
Yeah, I mean,
Me neither.
it's very noticeable. This guy is short, man.
He's short, so.
For him to make it to pro level, it must be really good because you know the funny thing. When kids are playing at that age, that's one of the most disadvantageous characteristics that you don't want your kid to have.
Coach that is Italian manager now. Mancini, yeah. Mancini has brought him in. I've seen him playing for Italy in Nations League.
Imagine if he was playing centre back.
Why would you think that, man? That's not possible. I won't watch that.
Same difference. Martinez.
I will not watch that game.
How tall is Martinez? 5'6"?
I think
no. Martinez has to be 5'7" or 5'8".
No.
Martinez is not 5'7". He's not 5'6". He has to be 5'7" or 5'8". That's terrible. Okay. Come on now.
5'9". Martinez is 5'9".
Might as well be 5'2" in my head. It's annoyed when I'm saying that guy said that back.
5'5", right?
I'm like, you should be playing with Heskey. Let Heskey come and play against you.
Emil. Ayo, you said this kid is 5'5", right?
Yeah, he's 5'5".
And Kante and Messi are 5'7".
Yeah.
Wow.
No, to be honest, that guy is really short. How he made it to pro level, I think it's
very he's strong too.
I think he has to be very, very good. I mean, you guys have gone through all this age competition. You are good, but they tell your parents that you're too short. They won't even give you opportunity. You understand? For him to make it through, it must be really good. It must have something.
Watch him. He's about to get on the ball.
And the thing is, when it gets to Van Dijk, he will stop. And that could just shrug him off.
That's a good one. How tall is Van Dijk?
Bad guy.
Who's the tallest player? At some point, the tallest player in the league was an Arsenal goalkeeper. It was the reserve goalkeeper. Mark something, I think.
Turner?
No.
Yeah.
Turner is tall too. I think Turner is 6'7" or something.
Yeah, I think it was Turner.
Huge.
Really?
Matt Turner is huge.
Are you kidding? Yeah. Wow.
6'3", never mind.
I don't know if it was Matt Turner, but yeah, at some point.
It's not Matt Turner. Is it what's this guy's name at Newcastle?
Goalkeeper or striker?
Centre back. No, I don't think I was thinking of
Oh, that guy was the second tallest. Yeah, I've looked at the stats for that guy. I know what you're talking about. The one I know that I like the guy a lot.
Shah at Newcastle.
The tallest in the Premier League right now is Lucas Bengstrom.
Lascelles is also tall. I don't think Lascelles is 6.
The tallest player in the Premier League is apparently Kel Shrepin.
I'm saying Lucas Bengstrom. Plays
Oh, this is in history. He plays for Brighton.
Wait, are you getting Lukaku back in January?
Who?
Are you getting Lukaku back in January?
No, not. Lukaku is gone. We don't want him anymore. He can
but it's just a loan.
He's a loan, but he's a permanent loan. He can stay there.
But you have to sell him to make your. You have to sell him. I know, but somebody has to be willing to buy.
What kind of transfer is that?
He can go for free.
Did you see what Thiago did?
You know, Aubameyang is old. You need him.
They're both old now. They're both in their 30s. I mean, Aubameyang is older.
Lukaku now? Aubameyang. So how come Aubameyang is never starting? I was going to ask you about that.
That was just today. That was a one-off.
Like I said, what do you mean? You should have. So you think you should have started?
Yes, no. You
should have started. Okay, hold on. Yes. Hold on. The game started last week. What happened?
See, bro. I'm telling you about Chelsea players in their individual positions. The best 9 in the team right now is Aubameyang.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you don't have any other 9, really.
Right? Exactly.
Okay, you don't have any other 9. It's not competing against anybody. Well, you have a Broja. Is Broja not the center forward?
He is. Yeah, we have Broja.
But Oba is better.
Come on, man. The only thing Aubameyang has over Broja is experience and age.
We know you have personal beef for Alba.
No. Let's put my personal beef aside. I'm not denying that. Let's put my personal beef. You're saying that is your best player.
Chelsea squad.
So it means you should start all the games. It means it should start every game, right?
He can't start all the games. He's human. You get tired. That's why he was rested today.
Okay. So my question is, what is it delivering? It's not giving you guys anything. I'm watching the games. It's not giving anything every time it starts. So what's the point?
Actually, he is. The problem with the Chelsea forward right now is Sterling is not doing what he should be doing. Sterling is not.
What should Sterling be doing?
He's not beating players. Huh? Sterling gets the ball and passes back. Sterling is not doing. He has not beaten a single player since he joined Chelsea.
I think Sterling shouldn't have left.
Nah, it was time for him to leave.
What's up?
Hi. It was time for Sterling.
I think Sterling.
Nunes almost scored.
Femi, can you hear us?
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good. We're talking about soccer anyway. Sterling. Sterling. I think he has enjoyed playing with the City guy.
Yeah.
Coming to Chelsea has exposed him. I don't know what he's doing to you. I don't think. Maybe you have to play to his style. Give you something. Drive the ball, move the ball quicker, then open so that I can cross. And he hasn't done that. You know, the way you take the ball and come in.
When your wingers are lacking, your striker will lack. It's normal. So that's what is going on. So let me ask you, you've seen the full Chelsea team.
Oh, Jesus.
Biodun, you've seen the full Chelsea team. Who would you start as number 9?
But you know I have a beef for that guy. I won't start that guy.
That's what I'm saying. You have a personal bias against Alba, so I
won't play the guy.
I didn't want to get that conversation with you at all.
That's your own management problem. You guys spent 100 million on a striker that you are not using. So to me, you already created a problem, right? You signed.
Let me ask: what is Graham Potter's style?
That's a very
how does this set up his teams?
We don't know. And that's his issue. And honestly, that's why they got him. He's unpredictable.
Why did they get him?
Unpredictable. Potter is unpredictable. His lineup, you don't know. When he does so many in-game tweaks, I've never seen a coach do that many in-game tweaks in my life. Now, it can go good for you. Sometimes it can go bad. When it goes bad, it goes really, really bad. You understand? So, I've seen a game before. I think it was a Champions League game against AC Milan. Potter, we played, I think, 4 formations in the whole game. He made so many changes. It was so confusing for the naked eye to see. Like, it was so confusing. So my point is, Potter right now is so unpredictable, and I think that's why they bought him. Because of his unpredictability. Now, that can go good for you for so long. That can also mess you up.
Like, it's hard for teams to figure out what Chelsea is going to do. You're going to confuse the players too, because I said you're going to confuse the players too, because they're not sure what to do.
Again, I see some point in what you're saying, but I don't fully agree, because the reason why they hired the guy was the stability and the style of football he created in Brighton. And what did he create in Brighton? Brighton got to the point where people were even buying from Brighton. He came to Brighton. The only challenge they had was playing against top teams. But Brighton was playing a very good defensive football, a very good midfield football, and a very good progressive football all the way to the attack, right? That was his style. Remember when he started, it was the one that introduced this Mopé guy, right? All this Mopé guy and this Trossard. And that defense, is something that I think he had built over his time. Now, what's it called in Brighton, right? You will always see that solid defensive play from Brighton and playing out. So they always play from the back. And, looking at the mid-table playing from the back, you were like, okay, who is this coach? That's what he did. He created that kind of a play for them, right? Remember Bissouma? That is where Bissouma came out from.
I know.
Ben White, that's where he came out from, right? Mopeda went to Everton. That's where he came out from.
We brought him in to create players to sell. Because that's not why we brought him.
No. You are not selling, but I think it is that stability with the crop of players that you already have. And I think that will take him time to say, okay, this is how I want to stabilize it. Chelsea plays differently than what he used to play at Brighton. Chelsea plays, what's it called? It's more of a, how do I say it? To be honest, Chelsea style is not really like a dominant style that somebody can say, this is how Chelsea play. Chelsea grinds results.
Adjust to the coach, really. So what?
Chelsea game is always we play to win.
Yes. So answer your question initially is bringing in that progressive style of play, like you said. You understand, playing from the back and all that. Yes, I agree. But there's still a standard of having a starting formation. Like if you mention Conte, we know Conte's formation most times. If you mention
3-5-2,
yes, you know his style. You know what is Graham Potter.
Exactly.
We don't really know.
That was why I asked the question.
Exactly. We don't really know yet. And I think that's part of why they bought him. It's so unpredictable, it could be confusing. Honestly, to answer your question, what's Graham Potter's style? Graham Potter's style, he plays to the opponent. He plays dependent on the opponent.
That's what he does. He plays like the few times he played us, right? He came.
Yeah. I feel like you can't do that at the top level, though. You can't keep reacting to the opponent.
That's the point, because you're hired at the club now. You're now working for a club. You're now working for a club that you can't be playing that. You have to
that's all I'm
force
saying.
your
You have to
opponent
let the
to
other
adjust to
teams
what you are
try and
doing.
adjust to what
I mean, look at that rubbish that they did. Himself and Manchester United was making a tactical change. Manchester was Man U was reacting to it.
Solskjaer.
So I don't know.
Solskjaer?
No, I'm talking about last week. Chelsea, Man U.
Oh yeah.
It was the same thing. Both managers were adjusting to their tactical changes.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we don't really know yet. We're figuring it out, and as time goes on, hopefully he gets.
But you guys have a team. You have a depth that he can play whatever he wants. He can play 3-5-2, he can play 4-3-3, he can play 4-4-2. You have a team that can play it.
But I still go back to the point I started with at the beginning of this podcast. He's missing the personnel in the right position. You have an office.
Okay, so you're saying you should go and buy players?
Hold on. You have an office, you have an accountant, a CEO, an analyst. If you put the analyst in the role of the CEO, it's going to mess things up. The personnel with Potter is the issue, and that's what was fully exposed in today's game.
Give me an example of kind of personnel that he should have.
Easy one. Pulisic and Sterling in the wing-back position. He has played Sterling in the wing-back position for 2 games now, or 3 games. The first one, he actually had to eventually switch him forward because Sterling was not doing the job. You understand? Cucurella in the back 3. Cucurella is solid in the left wing-back position, but not in the back 3.
Okay, hold on. Was Cucurella not a former player of Potter?
Let me finish. The previous 2 games where he played.
Man, this game, man.
3 in the back.
Are you guys watching?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Those games he was taken out in halftime because of how bad he was playing. So my point is, Cucurella is part of Brighton. Brighton
was his former player.
Yes, he was his former player, but Brighton is not Chelsea.
I know, but he never played 3-5-2 in what's it called? In Brighton. So why is he doing it at Chelsea?
That's what I'm saying. We don't know.
He played 3-5-2 at Brighton.
They played 3-5-2 sometimes,
but maybe very few times.
A lot of the time, actually.
He had back 4. This guy had back 4.
Cucurella was his wing back. Cucurella was his wing back. Cucurella was his wing back.
Cucurella,
back 4.
Was left back.
No.
He was left back.
They switched
No,
Cucurella was left back for him.
No, you're right. Cucurella was his wing back, but not in the back three. Cucurella wasn't playing part of the back three, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, as the fifth, as the left wing back, complete. Yeah,
so he's
not
playing part
the
of the
third
back
centre
three,
back.
and that's what's causing the part of the issues in the defense.
Yeah, I don't know why he's doing that.
Cucurella is extremely fidgety, extremely, and you can do that when you're up front.
I would rather play Chilwell in that position. I don't know why it's the other way around.
I've been saying that.
I don't know why it's the other way around.
Yeah, but that's what he did, right? He took out Cucurella and brought Chilwell at the end of the day. That's the point. He started wrong and would then fix it.
Today's game was just, forget
another draw in Anfield. Is this confirming that they are out of top 4?
It's not over. It's not over.
It's not over, but the more points they dropped, it's not even like, is it top 6?
I already predicted them out of top 4.
Top 4 is going to be hard for them already. If they don't win this game, top 4 is going to be extremely difficult.
You should be looking at top 6
because this means it's not just a temporary thing. This means there's a deeper issue that is not going to be resolved through the end of the season. Liverpool.
You guys should just play goalless.
What a save! What a save, Melly.
Biodun.
Yeah.
Biodun. You guys should just play goalless tomorrow against Nottingham Forest.
No. You know that is bad for us. I mean, do you understand the opportunity we have?
That will give me 12 points. I'll take it.
Do you understand the opportunity we have? Like,
tell me.
Like, we have an opportunity to keep leading until we play tough games. Like,
we're playing a tough game next week.
We win tomorrow. We play at home. We win. See, let me just tell you the match. Again, match doesn't come out to be the end result, right? But if my maths were correct, getting 3 points tomorrow, getting 3 points against Chelsea, that's good for me, man. Don't you get it?
I've been waiting for you to get on the ball.
But will you get the 3 points?
I don't know, because Chelsea's game is going to be different, right? Who scored?
Leeds.
It has to be Leeds, the way he's celebrating.
Wait, are you serious?
Yes, watch Grotto.
My stream. I'm seeing it now. Okay, it's justifying that inclusion. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. It's yes. The guy removed jersey.
Hey, yeah.
I'm happy
okay, guys. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Do you think Jurgen Klopp will be sacked? Is it possible?
It's not impossible.
It's going to mess up the league. It shouldn't happen because it's going to mess up the league. Now, Guardiola is just going to reign forever, and I don't want that to happen.
Liverpool.
This is terrible. How can they lose back to back? I mean, even Arteta said when you go to Anfield, it's a different experience. Nobody wins.
Not anymore.
See Bamford. See Skill. My FPL is in trouble. Alisson is my goalkeeper. I'm selling this guy.
Same.
Alisson
is my.
You know who my goalkeeper was?
Mendy.
Kepa. Tebe. Sorry.
Harry,
God. No, Mendy considered the fourth one. Mendy came in now.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding? Like, wait.
Can you imagine?
Do you think Klopp is going to stay as the coach? Guys, do you think Klopp is going to stay as the coach?
I think he may stay. I don't think
he will stay. I think he will stay.
It doesn't. Yes, Salah.
Because I think
Salah.
I think they will make top 6.
I mean, there was that season
this is funny.
Where
every time we see all these unexpected games, we always appreciate more the games you win against these guys. Leeds almost killed us.
Yep.
Somebody was saying it's all over, but little did you know that it was for Leeds. I mean, guys, 2 seasons ago, who gets goals 5 minutes to the end? It's always Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
The tides have turned, man. And that goalkeeper, man, Meslier, that guy needs a bottle of champagne tonight. Like, say, my guy, just enjoy. Because he made a couple of saves, man, that kept them in the game.
Yeah, Mele has made some great saves. Yeah. There was that header that he went down to the ground.
Wait. As a coach, what will you be saying in the dressing room to this player? What will you be saying? These are like 100,000, 150, 200K salary guys.
A week.
The Liverpool, right?
Yeah.
The kind of money these guys make, they shouldn't be playing like this.
Oh my God. I mean, guy, in Anfield? Oh God.
Who scored? I don't know this guy. Who's that scored for them?
Did they even give him the yellow card because he removed his jersey?
Yeah, of
His name is
Strong
something or whatever it is. I mean, those guys are young. Like Leeds team is like very young. But man, credit to Bamford. That goal wouldn't have. Did you see that little chip from Bamford? Yeah. That's why
he was
that
trying
guy's
to.
better than
I think
him.
he was trying to control it. So
And he miscontrolled.
I think so.
No, Nunes again. See, here's my point. When you don't take your own chances, you put your team under this unnecessary situation. Nunes killed this game. I know people will talk about Gomez starting the game poorly, but that was addressed when Salah scored, right? But Nunes having two clear chances that should have buried that game. And that's what Jesus did to Arsenal against Southampton. Jesus should have buried that game. And that's what killed Arsenal. That's why we dropped points. The same thing Nunes did.
Yep. Also agreed.
What the heck, man?
Nunes, Alisson has come to midfield, sir.
I mean, it's over now.
Yes.
No, not yet. There's still a minute and a half. It's not over.
Bayo. See.
You don't see Liverpool scoring.
The best that could happen to Liverpool is a draw, yeah.
I doubt that's happening.
I don't think so, too. I don't think they're going to get a goal.
They might.
I don't think so. Because Leeds are defending hungrily.
Yeah, they didn't come to play at all.
If it were you, what would you do?
Alisson is a midfielder.
They need the points. I'm so happy for Leeds, man, because they've been playing so well. Every game I've watched Leeds play, they play well.
They can play well against other teams. When they play against me, they should not come and do that rubbish.
They just don't get results.
Yeah, they just haven't been getting the results.
That's what happened to Brighton too now. Brighton has been playing, but that 3 point was just not coming.
Yeah, that's true. You have to get it against us.
Against Leeds.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the game for the weekend for and we can discuss that offline.
Chelsea Arsenal, definitely.
But that's Sunday though.
Oh. What time?
7 o'clock.
Still what?
Very early.
Yeah.
Wait. We're going to Chelsea. Ayo, what do you think? Should we beat them in Stamford Bridge? Should we go and destroy the bridge again?
No, just lose to us. It's okay. We'll take it.
Ayo, should we go and destroy the bridge again?
I think about 3-0. Wow. Kind of
maybe kind of like 3-0.
You guys are getting cocky now.
I'm like 3-0. See, I'm
glad
that
Brighton is giving you 4-1. You have to say we're being
Brighton is giving you 4-1. We don't want to do like 6-1, so we just like 3-0.
Okay. I think 2-3 is good. 2-3
I would say I won.
I know that rubbish. Because
that's
your
us
guy
staying humble.
Play. That your striker, he has to come and play and show himself. So it will be a very good game for my guys.
How about score against you guys?
I'll just tell my guy, don't shake
him. We'll enjoy him in that game too.
No, don't shake my guys because I don't trust him. He'll come and use something to shake my guys now.
Alba is going to score and he's going to do like this. He won't celebrate.
You know what's going to be embarrassing for that your guy?
What?
It's for Saliba to pocket him.
There's nothing embarrassing about it.
Because I heard before Saliba came back, I heard that even in training, he used to do like all these big ball, like he doesn't want all the younger players to tackle him or do stuff, like all these complaints.
Oh really?
So I'm hoping that day Ben White will go for him, like Gabriel will kick him, like take him out, and he's going to be looking at Gabriel like, my friend, will you get up and play? Who knows you, man?
You're talking about Alba.
Yes, now. You won't hear his name from my mouth. Lie. Ever, never.
So is he your worst Arsenal player ever?
Right now on my list, my worst, man. He used to be Scam, but Scam is gone.
Wait, who is?
He used to be Scam.
Pepe.
He used to be Scam, but Scam is gone.
Then Tava replaced Pepe. Tava replaced Scam. Tavares.
Huh? Oh, that guy. Tavares. Yeah. So he used to be Scam.
That's it. Game over.
I know.
Followed by Tavares. They are both gone. So now is that number 9 of yours? That guy's a fraud.
How are you over Pepe and Tavares that are still technically Arsenal players?
Yep.
Ayo, they won't come back in Jesus' name. They won't come back in Jesus. See, the only person I can take back, if I had to take one person back, the only person I can take back is Tavares. I would never pray that Scam returns. Never, ever. To come and do what?
Where is Scam?
I don't want to know Tayo. That's his friend. I don't want to see that guy ever on my screen. Ever again in my life.
He's scoring on this. He's been scoring.
Are you okay? That is League 1. That is League 1. This is EPL.
That's where Saliba was. Is that not where Saliba was?
Well, Saliba is justifying him coming back. Your guy had 3 seasons. 3. Most expensive player.
You don't know. Maybe he just needed some time to reset.
Okay, like De Bruyne. Like De Bruyne. Like when De Bruyne left Chelsea and went to Bundesliga and came back to EPL. Okay, at what age?
Come back, man.
At what age?
Pepe is young now. Pepe is young. 26. How old is he now? 26, 27.
All right. Because he has a baby
face. He's going to come back at his prime. 28.
I have a feeling Pepe is coming back. Building be ready.
See, there's one more guy that I'm giving 1 or 2 seasons before I call it off. I'm hoping I can resurrect his career. Raise Nelson. And I don't know why Arteta is not playing Nelson.
Because I expected him to play during the week against.
That's what I thought, right? He should have played that game.
Because I'm like, let our first team rest.
Exactly. Why did Vieira start ahead of Nelson?
Not even Vieira, Martinelli.
Yeah, he should have rested Martinelli, right?
Yeah,
he should have rested Martinelli and played Nelson. I mean, we lost the game eventually. So what was the point?
Even like we were gonna live. We're gonna.
Again, you know, Arteta, maybe because people are praising him, he's getting, I don't know, all these coaches, you expect them to do something. Anyway, it's been a very good
quick question,
and I think it's been a very great game for Leeds. Huh? Sorry? No, we already cashed in. Come on, what's wrong with you? We already collected our money.
Okay.
You know what that guy did? I used to be his number 1 advocate. I used to fight for him. You and one other person used to come for me and say, talk to your guy, talk to your boy. I'm like, oh, it's going to change. But that guy, man, I lost it myself when again, I can't deal with anything, but attitude issue, no, I can't. Yes, I can't condone it. He had a very matured, attitude. Yeah. There was something that Yoni said. Yoni told me that he did. I was like shocked. Did he do that for you?
What?
So you know what started this stupid the issue with Arteta? There was one Brighton game we played that he was fighting the Brighton players in the tunnel. I think it was Mopé. And one of the things he said to them was like, do you know how much I make? It was basically using his.
No, it was after the game. It was after the game of the season where I think they drew with us or something.
They drew us.
Mopé scored on 85 minutes or something.
Yeah, and it was painful. There was now fighting with those guys in the tunnel. Like, I make this much. How much do you guys make?
Yeah, he said he makes more than all the Brighton players or something like that. They will never be on his level. Something along those lines.
That was it.
Arteta, I mean, as a manager too, I would never want my player to be disrespectful like that. It's just a stupid.
Liverpool.
I mean, he has talent, no doubt, but no talent to make it if you are not, if you don't have the right attitude.
Yeah.
So are you going to stop recording or what?
Let's wrap up.
Yeah, we can end the stream. All right.